Good afternoon, good evening. It is me, boys and girls. I had my chicken broth simmering all day. So it's boiling hot. What I actually want to do now is take out all of the goodness because it's basically no good. I won't be doing anything with it. I am so happy. You see that bone? I got like five whole chickens, and this might have been two chickens right here. I don't know, but Cora, I know you happy. I did it. I always put the mixed vegetables in there because of the carrots and all that other stuff. I forgot what vitamin you get out of there, but that's why I do it. So I have like two whole chickens left. I have about maybe 8 bowls of chicken that I pulled off the bone in my freezer. And today I had a chicken sandwich with some whole wheat bread. Although it's not the best, I was watching a video today and I might have to do a test on my bread to see if it's good bread. Because if it's not, I'm definitely going to leave a comment. And it's so it's so this what's going on right now in our communities is so scary. So my anxiety has gotten so much worse. uh, I can't help how I feel. I think the reason why I'm feeling the way I feel is because I've been homeless more than once, and I am kind of afraid, like at any moment you don't know when the shoe's gonna drop. So I have been trying to calm my nerves, trying to do a little moving and shaking. So one thing that does happen when you have fibromyalgia is pain returns when you're stressed out. So I tried to eliminate some of what I could possibly help on my own, but you can't really help something like that if you've been through trauma and you still in recovery and things like that. So that's why I'm not recording at this time, because I don't want that on my videos. I don't want it on my videos. So there goes that. I do have some intentions of things I want to do, but I have had no desire in my craft room. But I'm waiting for some ink today and some paper, and I just want to like try to do a project or something, like a greeting card or just something to get me back into some form of reality. But I'm not doing too well, and I don't want anyone to feel sorry for me or anything like that. This chicken's gross. Mm, 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 There's no flavor. Mm, 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 mm. There's no flavor. Now, I don't know what someone else would do with that. I don't have anything to do. I don't know. I don't know anything. Oh my goodness! Where is my spoon? Oh my freaking god! Am I missing more stuff? Oh wow! Whew. Lord have mercy. Mm. I just realized I cannot find more stuff. And I'm looking for something in my craft room that I would like tonight, but uh, please don't let me have to not be able to find it. So I'm gonna have me some chicken broth. That should be a good enough amount, but let me just fill this up because I'm gonna drink this till it's done. Oh my goodness, boys and girls. This is beautiful. But what I'm actually gonna do is let it cool, of course, because it's going to go into this container with my chicken broth that's already in there. And this is what I'm going to drink. A cup of this every day. Now, this is the first cup of this size that I'm going to drink forever. I usually put it in a coffee cup. and drink it. And I'm not sure. I can't carry that. I don't want to leave it too long, and then it end up in like on the counter for a long time. I don't want to do that, but I kid you not, I have to figure out something because that needs to go into the refrigerator. But I would like to say thank you for watching my video, boys and girls. But I'm not in a good way to be recording. I have been so freaking proud of myself when I look in the mirror. I cannot explain it. You can see my face, everything, boys and girls. But I am trying to figure out what to do with these puffiness under here. I don't know what to do. Maybe I don't want to purchase something and it don't be, so I'm thinking maybe go to the doctor and see, but I kid you not, what's going on right now is like crazy. It's time to just figure some stuff out. You understand what I'm saying? Figure some stuff out. But just about every day I look in the mirror, I can see something beneficial to me. Not only that, my nails, I'm like clipping my nails like every few days, but I decided to try and let my nails grow and see how long I can let them grow. My thumb was so long a couple days ago and it broke yesterday. I don't know how it broke. Maybe it broke moving some furniture around. And then today I was putting together this like couch thing. So I put it together and I took it apart and jumped it right back in the box. So I hopefully I can do that. But I'm shaving my head like every other day. I don't know where the charger is, so I'm like, okay, well. But other than that, I'm doing okay. I have gotten back into the point where I can't go outside, so that anxiety I just can't do anything about when I get to a certain point. So today I had an appointment for the dentist and I prepared myself and everything, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to the dentist. I'm going to go to the dentist, but I don't want to go outside. I don't want to go outside. I'm walking around in the house and I'm just walking. I'm pacing back and forth and I'm like going around and around, and I'm just, okay, I don't want to go outside, but I'm going to the dentist, and I'm trying to talk myself into it. Then the phone rings, boop, 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 boop. I'm like, okay, hello, well, your appointment is canceled. I'm like, thank you, okay. And the man was like, hello. I'm like, oh, ooh, I was so happy, boys and girls. I did not have to go to the dentist. Okay, let me see something real quick with this bread, because I saw this video, so I'm gonna do this now. I don't know how. My bread just got wet. Oh, wow. Oh, okay, because I put the top on the kitchen counter. Okay, let me test this now to see before I even have another slice of bread, because it is what it is. I don't want to be bothered with that. Okay, because I put that right there. So what I'm going to do is take this slice of bread and put it under some running water, and I'm going to fold it. And if it comes out a whole slice of bread, then I'm just going to throw the bag of bread in the garbage, but I'm definitely going to want to be able to see it on the video. So let me go to my sink. And as you can tell, my window is open. That's why you hear the train. But, boys and girls, I cannot tell you no lie. If I felt like it, I could, but there's no reason for me to tell you one right now. Why in the world was I in here freezing with the air conditioner? I said, oh my goodness, we're not doing this. I turned that air conditioner off and put my fan on. I was like, oh, I can't do that. Oh no, I couldn't do that. Ooh, Lord have mercy. There goes my bread and there goes my water. Let me see. Hopefully this is bread, but I saw a few people do it with their bread today. Okay. I'm loving my bread. Okay. I'm loving my bread. There goes that. So my bread is good bread, boys and girls. There you go. And the reason why I was making sure I did that is because I asked a question somewhere, and it came out that this was definitely good bread. So I'm glad to find that out. I will be getting 4 loaves when yes, I will. That's good bread. See, that's what it is, boys and girls. You just have to do a little research. So that's it. So. And I've been doing, trying my best to do a lot of cutting out of some type of meals, because like for for the fact that there are days I can't walk and then there's days I can't stand at the stove and stuff. So I got a little bit of those spaghetti meals, and I got some like maybe a turkey with the stuff in. The stuffing was gross. I think it was nothing but poison, so I just put it in the garbage. But I did, if I'm not mistaken, I left an honest review. The spaghetti was okay, enough to say, well, you won't go to bed hungry. But I don't want to eat those type of foods, not even for convenience, because I know the difference now with my body when it comes to eating it, especially like those little noodle packets that's like 30 cents, and then you rip the little thing. I can't eat those. I've done the test already. They make my head feel wobbly, and I'm not the only person. So even on a broke day or a struggle, whatever, I won't eat those anymore. I don't want, well, I won't lie. I really wanted a bag of potato chips. Oh, yes, I did. But I realized that potato chips are not beneficial to my health. So although I was about to buy some potato chips, I said no. Now, that is also one of the reasons why I'm feeling a little sad and a little down and a little discouraged about life, because there are some things I actually want, but I have to take a firmer stand on what I say I want versus what I need. And at least when I have a little bit of power, and I'm not going to say willpower because I don't believe willpower has anything to do with it. For me, I believe feeling what I'm feeling on the inside has to speak for what I'm putting on the inside. Now, I'm not saying that I will never eat a potato chip, but I haven't eaten a potato chip in a while, and I'm going to do everything I can to not eat a potato chip for a month. So what I'm actually doing is saying to myself, okay, May, I'm not going to eat a potato chip. I may eat one in June, and that's okay because I'm allowed to treat myself with love if I choose to. Now that June has arrived, because today is June 2nd, I already made a decision I'm not going to eat any potato chips. So whatever the struggle is going to be, it is going to be. What I do absolutely want is banana nut bread, but I'm going to try to see if I can find someone that is willing to make it if I buy the supplies. I can't make banana nut bread because I can't be around bananas. Mm-mm. It's not happening. So, but that's what I really would want. But maybe it can't also be made without real flour and that type of stuff. I made fried chicken in the air fryer. Now, it did not come out like it would have if I had made it in oil, but it came out enough to where the 3 chicken legs that I did make, I was able to eat them. And yes, I did have that crunch that I was looking for. I will do it again. I don't at this point believe I'm in love with it. I really want some fried chicken with oil. So I did make one batch of fried chicken with oil since I have been in this apartment, which is official. I've been here 30 days. So I am really happy about that. What I'm not happy about is the fact that I can't find some stuff. But because I have nowhere to put some stuff, I have reserved myself not to open up boxes looking for stuff, knowing that when I see something, I want something, to use. But I really need something that is most likely in one of those boxes that's draped around a cloth, and all my stuff is on it. Looks like a shelf. I really believe something that I need is in there. So I have to say to myself, do I want to venture off and replace the item, not knowing that 9 times out of 10 the price has gone up? So I have to decide that. But today I actually wanted to make some few greeting cards and just figure out some kind of way to put myself back into some type of activity that will take me away from just doing the basics all day and making me feel a certain type of way. I don't know how to manage. When I start crying, I have to like try to cut myself off and try to tell myself, but the amount of times I'm in here telling myself, this is not beneficial to me. Is this gonna help me? Or it's getting old. It's getting old. So I have to get some type of routine back in that craft room to get me where I need to go. But logically speaking, there's not really too much going on. So it is what it is. I found some recipes. I'm thinking of making myself some body wash. I'm thinking of making myself some laundry detergent. But I do have my favorite laundry detergent, which is Ariel. I already did tests on it and all that. It's the best right now. And a lot of people have got off the game and got off the tide, so they understand the assignment. So a lot of people are leaving game, and I'm like, it took you this long? So, wow. But what I am learning to do now is I'm learning to pull away from what may make me feel as if, how do I say? Okay, I don't know. Okay, how do I say it? Let me think. Say if I call someone and then they say they're gonna call me back and they don't call me back, then I'm not calling them anymore. So I had about two people that I would normally call, and I would say about three. And then I said, I felt like a nuisance. I have, however I feel it. It may not be. And the reason why I'm learning to feel like some things maybe not as real as I think they are is because Coral's so nice enough to say, Shay, maybe it's not this. But I do believe, because in one of them, I will, there's no reason not to say it. One of them is my sister. I will call my sister and her phone won't ring, and she'll say, her phone will ring and then she'll say her phone is off the thing, whatever the case may be. My phone is off. It's off a lot. So of course, it's logical that someone's phone could be off. But for some strange reason, every time I'm around her, the phone rings, click, and answer, but there's no problem with the phone. So I called her maybe 2 weeks ago, and I was talking to her for a few minutes, and she said, I'm going to call you back. And she never called me back. So I realized one of the things that I have to do is learn to allow someone to call me back, which means I already unfollowed her on Facebook. I will not answer the phone if she calls me again. If I see my sister outside, of course, I'll go hug her up, love her up, and then we'll chat her up. But I will not answer the phone if she calls me. I already unfollowed her on Facebook. I do not plan on blocking her on my phone. I have a friend I'm in like some type of arrangement with. I blocked her on my phone. I message her every morning to say good morning, whatever the case may be, make sure she's well. I will not give her access to my phone anymore. She left me a message that was, just say if I was doing something under illegal terms, which I had no intention on doing. It was never that. She made it seem like I was doing that because that's what she was doing. So I said I'm not going to play in the sandbox, and I clarified everything in there. Thank you for the $30. I put gas in my car, bought me a meal, and I greeted her well, and I made it. I put the block. That was the last message. I'm not playing in the sandbox with anyone. So obviously there's something going on that right now people are trying to cushion their fall or whatever the case may be, but you can't cushion your fall with somebody like me. I had two people or three people try to Jimmy jackass me with little things, and I picked up on it. So now I'm on alert. I'm not going to say anything about it, but I'm on alert. I'm aware of some red flags now. There are times when a person can say something to you. Oh my goodness! Please tell me that's not broke. What in the world? Oh no! I gotta get. Oh no! I have to let them know about that. Anyway, so I'm aware of some things now that I won't be saying, especially on this channel, because I do know there's a leak somewhere. But I've noticed that. And then most of the day, my phone was off. And then my phone rang maybe twice. And then there was a slide in there of something. And I'm like, I was alerted to it. So your girl is getting there, boys and girls. So what I did in kindness was act like I didn't hear it. Just act like I didn't hear it and just, went on about my day, whatever. I have to do what I have to do to protect myself. I have to remember first and foremost why I moved, and I moved for peace. So I have been delivered peace. So every morning I wake up and I am in gratitude. Whether I fall down into depression, into anxiety, I remember something that is reminding me which side of the bread my butter is on, and that means my roof. I don't care much about too much of anything else. I kid you not. My freezer, I kid you not, boys and girls. I love my freezer, but can you hear this blasted noise in this freezer, boys and girls? Now, this these 4 bowls right here, all this is chicken that I took off those bones, and this here is chicken that I took off those bones. Now, this is half my freezer right there. And then this is a whole chicken. That is all I have on my top shelf. And then I have some ice trays, and I have 3 or 4 bowls of chicken broth. Yesterday I got some whitings delivered, so I'm gonna fry some fish. And then I have a meal that I don't want to eat. Absolutely don't want to eat, but it is definitely there in case. But I don't want to eat it. No, this is absolute. I don't want to eat it. But I have on the door 1 bag of mixed vegetables, which is not a bag, and then a few packs of tofu. But I kid you not, I'm still okay. You want to know why? Because I have been making do with what I have. My deep freezer is, I have to unplug it tonight. Yeah, I have to unplug it because my deep freezer is down to the bottom. There are french fries in there. There are tater tarts in there. There are frozen onions in there. I'm not eating the french fries. I'm not eating the tater tots. I'm not sure what I can do with the onions. Hopefully somebody would comment and tell me, because I can put them in my soup, in my pot. Okay, I will keep the onions, but I think other than that, there's maybe like 2 butters in there, but the entire freezer is empty. So I need to like unplug it and lift the top so I can let a little bit of ice in there drain. Can someone please stop this noise? This right here drives me crazy, especially when I'm sleeping. But there goes that. So I pretty much just thankful for whatever I can be thankful for. I did mention that I put together this seat, this 2-seater. I don't like it. I did my review. That's it. I took it down, put it back in the box, and it's a wrap. I have a massive amount of boxes. Massive amount of boxes here, boys and girls. I don't know if you can see them. Let me see if you can see them. Hold on, y'all. Okay. We're gonna do it nice and gentle. Let me put this over here, see if you can see. Cause this place is just horrible. But let me see where I can show you. Okay. Let me put my chair back under because I just finished eating. Can you see that? Okay. Now this is my deep freezer. I'm gonna unplug it now. Uh-oh. I'm gonna unplug it now. And then I'm gonna put my plant back on the table over here. I'm trying to, I've been crafting on my dining table. So I started cleaning it up today. I got one little piece of crafting. But for right now, I'm in my craft room. Now, where you see all those boxes, you have to take that downstairs and around the garage and then up a flight of stairs. I can't make it there, boys and girls. When I go even attempt in my mind, all I see is me getting bust up in the back of my head. So I can't do it. I can't do it. My anxiety is too bad. But where I mentioned, I'm trying not to knock over my cup. Huh. Now I'm gonna show you something else. Right here, right there, those are two massive boxes. I believe one box is full of paper, and I believe the other box is what the blows and skirts are missing. So, on top of it is all my bracelets. I've just been and just putting my bracelets on top of the holder. So, in order for me to get in there and find what I'm looking for, I have to get my mind in a state where I will put everything back in there and close up that box and throw that curtain back up there. So, but what I am going to do tonight, those boxes are going to go on this side of the room, and this box with the couch is going to go out, hopefully, and then I'm going to put one chair over there so it can face my TV when my company come. But I don't know what to do with the boxes. I'm kind of hoping that maybe tonight I could possibly ask for help from one of my neighbors across the hall, and hopefully a few dollars, may be good enough to give someone, or I will figure out how much two tanks of gas cost and put a listing on the marketplace if someone could come, because the recycling place for the boxes, if I'm not mistaken, is on my street. I just don't know where, but me getting there, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen, boys and girls. And I've just been hoping that each day I don't go out. So I've been in here in the dark for the most part. The lights are only on because this video is on, and I needed the light to show up for me not to look like I'm midnight black. But that's not meant to sound like you might have took it, so don't go there. But I don't like that look where the background and my face blend in as one. So I had to turn on the lights to get this camera. So it is what it is. The only thing I can say is hello, King. Hello. I'm kind of sad. I have an idea for a book, but the idea is based off of a real story, and the real story is what I hear through my walls. And so I have to try to figure out how to write the book, but I kid you not, I was gonna write a book on childhood trauma anyway because of my own things I was dealing with, and every day I wake up to the same thing, and I'm like, and I'm not saying that it's something that's happening, but just imagine every day you wake up and a child is being cursed at, motherfucker this, and you get the fuck out, and just imagine hearing that every day when you're going through your own stuff. You understand? And then it's like you can't get away from it, and from the door all the way to the elevator, whatever the case may be. So it is absolutely a goal of mine, a plan of mine to write a book. But to write a book when I have a chapter I can possibly write every day, I have to first figure out the title of the book, which I almost have, and then I have to make sure that the sex of the child is not the sex of the child, and then I have to make sure that my name will not be on the book whatsoever. So there goes that. I already did 2 books, and my name is not on none of them. So it's imperative that I do that, and then I have to figure out if I'm going to actually pay for Canva, because I want to make a cover for the book that has nothing to do with anything that I have, because I don't know how to do the cover. So the cover to my three books already, Broke But Fed, and the other two basically have the same theme because I don't know how to make the cover. And no matter how many times I have read the directions, I can't remember it once I move my eye from it. So uh, it's something I can't figure out. Um, I've needed to do a few things here where I was trying to teach myself so I could try to apply for like a home job or something like that. Once I was reading it and then I moved my head away from it or whatever, I couldn't remember. So it just reminded me about me starting my religious classes, and I still get my alerts and stuff, and I still could go back into the classes, but I couldn't remember anything when I walked away from the books, from reading all the chapters and stuff, and when it was time for the test, I couldn't remember, and then it reminded me when I wanted to refresh my hair license. I went through beauty school, and the only reason why I was able to pass beauty school the way I was, which was magnificent, is because I had the book for the beauty school when I was a minor, and I just loved the book, so I was reading the book. So by the time I joined school, I knew the book already. So when I was in class, I was like, nah. So they had me out the classroom and on the floor in the hair, real fast. So now I tried to, refresh a couple of years ago, but I couldn't. And then when I was, trying to actively do it, my hand couldn't hold a curling iron, and you drop that Marcel on somebody just one time, and they're gonna refresh your eye. But I couldn't do that, and it was hard. So now I sit here and I cry and I cry and I cry because what if has taken over once again. And all I can say to myself is, first of all, one of the hardest things for me right now is that when I'm outside, I feel so free and I feel like I'm in a whole new world because of what I'm seeing. But what I'm seeing is partially like a dream because I'm like, am I really seeing this? And I kid you not, the other day when I went and I sat by the water, I was like, wow, I cannot believe that I witnessed something like that in my own eyesight, and then to know that I could leave here and I can get there in like 8 minutes, if I and I'm trying to walk a little slower because when I'm walking, I I feel myself, my head gets wobbly, my hip, the bone crack, and I'm like, and I try not to go down, which of course I was going down for real a minute ago, but I'm holding on to the counter, and I'm trying to get myself into the point where I can walk slower, since I'm not in an element that I may have felt like I needed to get to and get from faster. So that that I was in was like survival. I can actually enjoy a walk, a little bit. I don't know how yet because I'm still living in that thing. Then on Facebook, I haven't changed my address and I'm not going to. And I'm getting alerts from where I used to live, and there has been so much chaos going on. I'm like, thank you. Whoa! I'm like, no. But I don't know how to describe what I feel outside of the word safe. And that's it, because my door is not going to ring. This door, if it knocks, I automatically know 9 times out of 10 it's someone in the building. So I don't have to worry. And the only thing that I do have an issue with is the music. And basically, she made it known if anyone doesn't like it, that you need to go somewhere and move. So there is no. I did go knock on the door last night, of course, and then the good thing was some neighbors were passing by, so they heard the music and they knew I was at the door. But the music was so loud she couldn't hear me. But I was in my bedroom, which is here, trying to sleep, and my bed was vibrating, and my stomach got nauseous. So I really did I didn't want to go knock because I already heard the storm before when she got written up, and I'm not going to play in the sandbox, so I'm not going to go back. Today the music came on and whatever the case may be, but I did something, honey. Ooh! Sorry. All right, y'all. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye to my